Hey, what's up, Pedge? The new Kamen Rider series is going global. Well, parts of North America, I think Europe. So, there's no game announced, but I'm hoping that they will. How you doing, man? I haven't heard from you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. Now they're on mobile, yeah. There's supposed to be a new mobile game coming. I hope it's better than the last one. The last one looked really bad. Last one looked pretty bad. I never got to play it myself, but it didn't look like anything special. I'd play it if it looked good. The last two have been really bad. There was City Wars, which was like barely a game, and then there's the new one, Ride Commons, which is like basically just a dating sim that plays itself. And it's like, on one hand, you know, it's cool that people that don't like action can play a Kamen Rider game, but at the same time, it looks like shit, and then also it plays itself, so not down for that, sadly. Next one should be more traditional, I would think. Probably go back to action gameplay.
女孔明の部とくとご覧あれ。
Well, the DLC for Battride War games always came out like right before the current series ended.
この戦、俺の部で決めてやる。
月よ。さて我答え。
我がブーンをかける。転がるぞ。敵潰せ。転がるぞ。任せ。転がるぞ。我は超文言なる。 雲長が義の刃この戦場にて示さん。私が戦の勝敗を決めてやろう。
我答えよ。
天意様がすりつぶしてやら。
よく考えよ。
超風源推進。
転がるぞ。転がるぞ。
そうでなくてはな。
持てる全てをかけて勝利に導きましょう。
一息に乗り込め。
行くぞ。
これは
捨てろ。手伝おう。
転がるぞ。転がるぞ。
キリンジの際天下に示す。楽しい戦いにしたいものだね。
若いもんにはまだまだ負けん。
期待しておるぞ。
俺が行こう。しておけぬ。
Hello. Just doing some more dirty cheating here because I don't feel like malding tonight. How you doing? I'm not wanting to malds tonight. Just play this and relax. No, it's not buffs. It's cheats. I gave him 30,000 levels. I gave him 30,000 levels because when the game came out, I wanted to see how far the cap would go. Because the cap wasn't clear. Since he's a character I never liked, I only wanted to do it on him. I'm just getting stuff ready for videos right now by doing this. Might as well make the process faster. I stopped playing for a while. I didn't really play much of the last update. So, this is the quickest way to catch up. He can basically curb stomp the whole thing. I already have all the achievements in this game, so I don't really mind using mods and stuff. Pretty sure the algorithm doesn't like this game anymore anyway. That definitely influenced this decision as well, as the algorithm probably doesn't promote this game anymore because it's been out for a while. So, if I'm not gonna get a proper return of investment making videos for this again, then I might as well just cheat like this. There's no reason not to. It's not like it really even makes much of a difference. The new mode, it doesn't make any difference at all. I don't know if the algo's gonna care about this game. It's been out for a while. It's not a hot topic anymore. I had that 1 month where my revenue was very good because of this game, and my revenue has been like under $50 since, so I'm not expecting anything. It would be nice if I actually have a good performing month for once, but I'm not going to expect it. If it happens, great. Yeah, that's why I have the donation link there, because I'm definitely not. I'm not rich. I live in constant poverty. This channel does not make anywhere near what it should. The Patreon and stuff literally has helped me a lot, even though that only raises $50 a month. It helps. Yeah, it's hard to keep doing this sometimes. Cost to profit ratio is not great. But I have fun doing it, and I have the kitty sitting job, which helps. Put a lot of that money back into the channel, so it's a decent system. At least out of what I can control anyway, which is working over there. Just more consistent income than this. Yeah. Full disclosure, this channel doesn't make anything. It is, I wouldn't call it a money pit, but it doesn't make anywhere near as much as people may think. Definitely not a livable wage. It pays for games every now and then. That's about it. Yeah, we'll see if the videos for this do well, but I'm not expecting it. I don't expect anything good to happen to me on this site anymore. Do not get the recognition I deserve. We'll see if some of those sites will be interested in picking up the story of this guy that's been doing this for 20 years and doesn't make any money. Depends on how slow of a news day it is, I guess. I don't know. It would be nice if that would happen, and that was something that would turn things around for me, but I don't really expect it to happen. I'll definitely make a good effort to make it happen, though. Be nice to not make like $30 a month on this. What's up, Alvi? Hello. Yeah, Kamen Rider's going global, finally. After all the cock teases, they're actually going to simulcast Tokusatsu. They're learning from Subaraya. Subaraya rigging in the cash by realizing that other people like stuff like that aren't in Japan. It's pretty exciting. So it'll be just like all the mainstream anime. Won't have to go pirate it anymore. Just depends on what their expectations of it are. Do they expect it to, you know, top One Piece? You know, do they expect that? Are they going to set like Capcom level expectations for it, where they needed to be like the #1 franchise on Earth? or they won't bring it over here anymore. Because that's exactly what happened with Basara. You're expecting like Resident Evil numbers. Who knows? I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't know if they have realistic expectations for something that's been very niche outside of Japan for a number of reasons. I mean, the main one is that you have to torrent it or find a site, which the television industry has been doing a pretty good job of making sure you don't need to do that anymore. You know, One Piece episode will air the same day for everyone. You know, you don't need to rely on fan subs anymore. Like, how much are they expecting, how well are they expecting it to do when it doesn't have that brand power outside of Japan and parts of Asia? I just hope it means more games. I want Battride War 4 pronto. And if this is the catalyst for that, I'm going to be very happy. This Battride War Genesis was legit. Like the Power Rangers 30th anniversary special actually did pretty good, but now they're not doing anything with that. They're pulling a Capcom. Their idea of new Power Rangers content is taking the first season and running it through AI. It's like, it's completely indistinguishable. Partially because the footage is so old, and then like, the Zyuranger footage looked old back in '93, and it was so much worse quality than the American footage. You know, like when they were in the juice bar, the cameras they used to shoot the American footage for Power Rangers was like much better quality, and it was immediately noticeable even as a child that when they transformed, the footage got worse. So what is the purpose of AI remastering it? You're not going to be able to get around that problem. I watched like a couple minutes of it. And like, what is this, man? At least do like one of the more modern seasons where the difference between footage was almost indistinguishable. You couldn't tell because they started shooting with the same cameras around the time that HD started. So like you can't tell. I mean, if you're an adult, or more importantly, if you watch the Sentai, you can tell. You can tell just because it's Sentai footage you've already seen. But for somebody that hasn't watched the Sentai, you can like barely tell. So I don't know what the hell they're doing with that. It was like mind-numbing content.
責任を果たさないとね。
Hasbro's the reason why we don't get Sentai over here anymore. It's all Hasbro's fault. Hasbro apparently is the roadblock to getting more Sentai over here, and it's like, well, you're not doing anything with Power Rangers. Your idea of Power Rangers content is running it through an AI filter. Like, why don't you just let us have Sentai at this point? And I'm saying this as somebody who likes both. I like both. I am not a Sentai snob. I like both. Over the years, it's become... people have been more open to... like, some Power Rangers seasons were better than the source material. But it's not really the case anymore when they don't do anything with it. But I guess with Kamen Rider, they don't have that roadblock because it has nothing to do with Hasbro. So I guess that's why they're doing this now. Doing anything with Sentai is basically dead at the moment.
我答え。
天意に従い参戦しようぞ。
転がるぞ。転がるぞ。転がるぞ。転がるぞ。転がるぞ。転がるぞ。
我答え。
行くぜ。
Yeah, like they were putting out Sentai seasons pretty consistently for a while, and then they just kind of stopped. And from what I understand, Shout Factory has been blocked by Hasbro for whatever reason, because they're sure as hell not doing anything with Power Rangers right now, like at all. The last interesting thing that happened was Rita's Rewind, and I heard that game was pretty bad, but at least it was like new content. The sign of life, I guess you could call it. But there hasn't been anything since. Let's just remaster the first season again. Because we can't get past Mighty Morphin. The only Power Rangers season that exists. There wasn't another 3 decades of there wasn't another 3 decades of content after that. No, Mighty Morphin is the only one. The only one that exists is Mighty Morphin. It totally didn't become a franchise that stood the test of time for 3 straight decades. But that's like all they do with the toys and stuff is just Mighty Morphin. And as somebody who grew up with that stuff, I'm getting really, really sick of it. It's not even the peak of the franchise. The fight scenes and the acting got, like, better, depending on which one you watch. It got much better after that season was over. But, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that if you looked by what they keep making for it. The same toys over and over. I'll give this a test run, see if this performs well, and if it performs like garbage, then I'm just gonna play it for fun and not put a lot of effort into videos. This game was a pain in the ass to make videos for. I can go ahead and say that much. This game was terrible to make videos for because the raw files were like 10 gigs because of how much action is on the screen. The encoder's working really hard recording this game. Now eventually I started rendering the video to lower the file size, but it still hurt production a lot. So I'm not going to be too upset if I put out stuff for this again and it does bad. I'm really not going to care too much. It would be nice if it did, but just from what I know about how the algorithm works, I don't expect the algorithm to promote something like this because it's not a hot topic anymore. It's been out for quite a while. Good several months. I got a sponsorship deal in my inbox. I won't say what game it was, but I have no interest in playing it, and it would go against my creed of only promoting stuff that I wouldn't play without being paid. And like, I really need the money. The check for this last month was like $33. I need the money, but I don't want to play that game. It looks really boring. And I know that nobody here would care. And they would probably have very unrealistic expectations for me making a sponsored video. And I have to put significantly more effort into it than my other stuff, where people don't really care about the production values as long as they can get the information they need. So I just kind of want to reply to the guy, like, can you give me a, you know, something I actually want to play? Because I'm not taking that as it is. I'm just not going to do it. I can't really say more than that because it will kind of tell people what game it is, and I don't want to rag on it. I'm sure it's a great game. It's just not what I would normally play. And I've turned down so many deals on here before because, you know, they just want to piggyback off my brand. I don't want to do that unless it's something I already would use. You know, I took the Peak of Combat sponsorship because I did play the game and those videos did very well. But that was also only like $100. It wasn't life-changing money. They also took like months to pay me as well, so I've only taken 2 sponsorships. Technically 3, if you count Yukimura Den, but the only thing they funded was the game. It was basically more of a review key type thing. You know, they wanted their link on the videos I made for that game, but nothing else. So I don't really count that. There's only been 2 sponsorships. I don't know why they even contacted me. It's like I don't play that kind of game. Is there like no one else that you can contact that likes that kind of game? Because I'm not the right fit. I am not the right fit for that game. I would be bored playing it. It'd be hard to feign enthusiasm. And I don't want to be fake like that because being fake on here is what makes you money, but I don't want to do it. So when the work week starts again on Monday, I'm just going to tell them, like, I'm not interested in this. I hope they're, like, some kind of PR firm that can get me something I actually want to play. Hey, what's up, man? Hello? Oh, no worries, man. Your life doesn't revolve around me. Your life does not revolve around me. I got the mod working anyway. I got the mod working anyway, in case you're wondering. I just haven't been streaming it. But, yeah, if you're worried about that, don't, just let that go. It's all good. I got it working myself with research. Oh, whoa, a speedrunning tournament. Yeah, I heard about that. How did that go? I heard about that, I think. And never feel bad for being busy. I can tell you this. I can tell you this. You at least tell me that you're busy. I have people that I've known in my life, like, far longer than you that can't even do that, so I don't feel bad about it. I think you communicate that you're busy, and then that's enough. We're all functional adults. I reached out to so many people from my past, and they just look at the message and like, screw that guy. I don't want to talk to him. You haven't done anything like that. You've been very transparent that you're busy, so don't worry about it. It's all good. I got it working anyway. I do need your help with like one thing, but you can just DM me when you have time. It's nothing urgent.
させん
Yeah, I reached out to a bunch of people from my younger years, and they just completely ignore me. You haven't done anything like that. Don't worry about it. You've been more transparent than them. I would rather just take the I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want to forget about you. I'd rather take that than the silence. The silence is the worst. Whatever. I don't know, if you ask me, all that's needed is I'm busy. That's all that's needed. As an adult, you know, you should be able to accept that. It's when people can't even be bothered to say that, or that they just don't want to talk to you. You know, I would rather just have that as an adult instead of the silent treatment. That just comes with a lot of mixed signals. It's like, if you're busy, you're busy, you know. Our lives don't revolve around our friends. I mean, it can. But really, it's the direct people in our lives that we see is what we really rely on. Yeah, it's just most people can't even, they don't even give you a response. Like, how hard is it to say I'm busy? Or just like, look, you know, you're part of my past and I don't want you in my life anymore. That hurts less than, you know, they can't even say hello back. And I'm kind of dealing with that, especially with the cats dying. I really needed, I needed moral support. I reached out and, you know, people just didn't want to talk. That's why I have pretty bad abandonment trauma. Yeah, I appreciate people that are at least honest about it. Anyway, let's see who's worth transcending here. I think I'll go for him. Thank you. Actually, let's farm some books first. We'll farm some books, and then I think I'll do one more run, and then I probably will switch games. Let's do that first. Because I got a bunch of, I got a bunch of karma embers. Why not? Try to get some more books, because it only takes like 25 minutes. That's worth it. Start using characters I actually like instead of this modded one. I've never cared for him. He's already like one of the least popular characters, always has been. But I didn't want to test this without, you know, using it on a character I actually like. But for this purpose, he's pretty good. Farm some books, and I think I'll do like one or two more training hall runs, and then we'll see how I feel after that. Might go on Aether Gazer for a bit and farm some more crystals. Yeah, I won't say what game approached me. I'm like, why can't I get this offer for something I actually want to play, man? I got another one for some beat-em-up that looked terrible. They wanted to give me a key. I'm like, I just didn't even respond. I had to admit I ghosted them. I don't know what to say. It's like, I appreciate the offer, but the game looks shit. I don't want to play it. And it's unpaid, for one. And then, like, also, if I don't like the game, then what benefit do they get? And like, can you please give me an offer for something I actually want to play that like at least somewhat aligns with what I normally play? The one that I got, it actually was real. One of the things about being a moderately successful content creator, meaning that companies actually work with you sometimes, is you get a lot of fake ones, and those are very dangerous because they can compromise your accounts. Now this one, I could tell was real. I know for a fact that it was real because it was connected to the company's name. So I took it seriously, but I'm like, why are you contacting me for this? Like, I don't play those kinds of games. I don't really know what you're expecting from me. Like, I don't play that kind of game. Like, there has to be some other moderately successful channel that's like my size, so you know it doesn't cost like 5 digits to get them to play something for an hour. There's got to be somebody that likes those kinds of games. Like, why are you contacting me? I am not a good fit. Like, it's very apparent what kinds of games I like, because I don't get paid to play anything. If I feature it on the channel, there's at least some interest. If there has only been financial compensation twice out of doing this for 20 years. So I don't know how it gets to that point where I get contacted for that game. I wish that I could say more, but I would be giving it away. I can't even give away the name of the company. I think it would look really bad if I did, but... like, dude, there's gotta be somebody with, like, 10k subscribers that would be happy with, you know, small compensation, like a couple $100, that actually likes those games. You can't tell me I'm the only one that you can contact that's around that size, because that's clearly what they're looking for. They're looking for a medium-sized channel like mine. My channel's, like, medium-sized by today's standards, meaning that I'm partnered, I have quality options, and I have relationships with companies from time to time. But, like, I'm not big enough that it's like this big-ass investment to get me to play something for, like, 2 hours. I'm not that big. But still, it's like, how did you click on my channel and find the email and think that I want to play that kind of game? Like, I just don't get it. It's like getting Maximilian to play a visual novel or something. And like, you gotta think about, like, for a channel of that size, getting them to play anything, whether they're interested in it or not, is like, it's probably minimum like 5 figures, 4 or 5 figures, minimum. Because it's like so much larger reach than a channel like mine, which is medium-sized. Like, I'm sure he gets a lot of that shit too. Like, play our nail clipping simulator, or our bunion removal simulator, where we want to pay you like 10 grand, and he probably goes like, well, I don't want to play that. He doesn't respond. I'm sure he's got a lot of those as well. Need to play the convenience store simulator. We're gonna pay you 20 grand for it, and he's like, well, I don't really need the money. This isn't the kind of game I like to play. Like, I'm not a good fit for this. Find somebody who actually wants to play a convenience store or a bunion removal simulator that's around my size, and you can pay them a couple $100, they'll be happy. But they just kind of look for random people. It's like, on one hand I need the money, but it's like, what benefit do I have by taking it besides the money? I ruin my integrity, and then, like, I don't like playing that kind of game. It's polar opposite of what I play. I'm just gonna ghost them. Well, I won't ghost. I'll tell them, like, do you have, like, a game I actually want to play? Because I do need the money. I get a lot of those simulator ones as well. I'm like, dude, this looks so boring, man. I don't want to play this. And they don't even pay. They don't even pay. They're like, please respond, we'll give you a key. I'm like, I'm not interested in playing it. I wouldn't take it even if they did pay, but it's always interesting that they expect people to be like super excited to play like car mechanic simulator or something. And, like, there's people who like that, but they're not channels like mine. There's no financial benefit to either of us taking that partnership. I mean, Max himself said that he didn't want to take sponsorships for Fatal Fury because he was feeling very conflicted about a convicted felon being in the roster. he basically said that, like, yeah, obviously he's interested in the game. It wasn't, you know, them trying to get him to play some wall painting simulator or something. He had interest in the game, but he didn't feel right about taking the sponsorship for, you know, a game with somebody accused of doing some very bad stuff. He didn't want to take a sponsorship for it. I'm like, you know what? If I was as big as him, I would have done the same thing. Like, I'd play the game unsponsored if I was in his position, which he did. But I wouldn't take a sponsorship. Especially because people can't separate art from the artists. And, like, when you're that big, taking a sponsorship like that with somebody that's very controversial is a mental health nightmare, because people will say, oh, you're supporting him. It's like, well, the content creator is not the one that decided to put that guy in the game. That's a bunch of out-of-touch investors wanting to put him in the game because they think it's going to make them rich, which we all know by now it didn't. It didn't help at all. In fact, it probably made things worse. I know a bunch of people boycotted the game because he's in it. But, you know, if you take an opportunity like that, people blame you for him being in the game. So Max is a great guy with a lot of integrity. Obviously, I'm sure it was a lot of money on the table by not taking that, but there's a mental health benefit to not taking it as well, because people will try to blame you for what that guy did. It's like, Max didn't do those things. It's just he knows better than to attach himself to something like that and take money for it. I just think it's funny that how much money did it cost to put him in the game, and how much did it damage the game's reputation, and then, like, it didn't even pay off. Like, apparently the game didn't do very well. The marketing budget for that game is out of control. I don't know why they spent that much money. I mean, I get that Fatal Fury's been dormant for like 30 years, so they had to do something to get younger people interested in it, but spending that much money is nuts. I mean, they even had an ad at, I think, a pay-per-view WWE show. Like, do you really think they care about that, man? Like, what the hell? Like, what is the benefit that you're expecting from that? Like, it's already stupid to expect that, like, people that watch soccer are going to care about a fighting game. I hear it is a good game, but the marketing killed it. And I don't know how they were expecting it to turn into a profit when it's a niche fighting game. It's not mainstream. It's never going to be mainstream. Putting that guy in the game did nothing except make it cost more. Make it cost more to make the game. If they had not done that, maybe the game would have actually turned a profit, but the marketing campaign for that game must have been like way more than it will ever make in its lifespan. It's gotta be millions, minimum. Like, why are you doing this for a niche fighting game that hasn't had a new installment for like 30 years? It doesn't make sense. I want to play it too, but it's already a Discord fighter, so it's hard to justify. It's hard to justify $60 for that, especially with how little I survive on already. I'm not rich, never will be. It's like a lesser example of that marketing stupidity and unrealistic expectations is what happened with Basara. They gave us like actual Basara and not the weird Devil Kings, which was like trying to erase the Japanese background of it. They give us actual Basara, and they get like the most expensive voice actors, and then they expect it to do like Resident Evil numbers. There's like, oh, there's no interest in this. It's like, well, there is interest, but you have to keep your expectations in check. Devil Kings was not popular, and like the first Basara is like the worst one, next to Yuki Muradin and some of the spin-offs. But you know, it was never popular. You can't just like bring the third game over in a series and then like not bring the others over and expect it to do as well as an established franchise. That's just not something that's going to happen. As far as I can tell, it did decently. I think it didn't do that much worse than other Musou games at the time, but I don't know. I don't know what it is that they were expecting. Like, it's not like nobody bought it. It got some decent press, and it's a good game, but they were expecting way too much from it. I mean, this is the 20th anniversary, and they're doing fuck all with Basara, so I think it's safe to say the franchise is dead. Basara 1 came out in 2005. It's the 20th anniversary. They're doing absolutely nothing. The year's already half over. If there is not some kind of remaster for Switch 2, even if it's Japan only, then that shit's cooked. It's not coming back. Because people would totally buy that game on Switch. They would buy... We did a good job on the remaster and made it run at 60, which shouldn't be too hard because the Steam Deck can already do it. And you charge a fair price for it. Like, I don't know, if it had like 3 Utage and 4 Sumeragi for like 6,000, 7,000 yen, I think that would actually do quite well. But if we don't get anything like that announced during a JP Direct, I'm giving up hope. They won't make anything but Resident Evil and Street Fighter, and a Monster Hunter that runs like garbage. That's all they make now. They stopped making all their good franchises. Where's the God Hand remaster? Take a break from Resident Evil for 5 seconds. Give us a fucking God Hand remaster already. Please. The game needs to run at a not shit frame rate. Come on. And up here's Resident Evil 200. It's gonna be great if that game runs like garbage too. Just like Wilds. People will still eat it up, I know they will. They're not gonna have the self-control to not buy it, because they need the new Resident Evil game. I hope that it doesn't for Capcom's sake, but I don't know. Last couple major games they put out barely run. I actually thought about becoming a Capcom creator, but I had to sit down and have a talk with myself. Like, what do they make that I even like anymore? All the stuff I grew up with that I loved from them, they don't make anymore. There's no Final Fight. There's no Basara. There's no DMC. There's no Mega Man. It's like, and like, what benefit would I have from being a creator from them? I'm not interested in getting a key for Resident Evil 200. I just don't care. And I wish that wasn't the case. They used to be my favorite company. Now I just don't really care about anything they make anymore.
相当する。
良いぞ良いぞ。
They've stopped making literally everything I enjoyed. That was a big part of my life. They stopped making all that shit. Here's another Resident Evil. Like, can you please do something else? Please. They get a game like every year. Final Fight 3 was 30 years ago.
そうでなくてはな。
Mega Man X8, like 22 years ago. Maverick Hunter X, 20 years ago. Asara 4, 10 years ago. Nope.
心せよ英傑。
Like, yeah, I don't want to be a content creator for Capcom. Just be shilling stuff I have no interest in.
良いぞ良いぞ。 我答えよ。
今より立てとならん。
Yeah, Kamiya leaving Platinum is really funny. It's just basically like Platinum is just not letting him do what he wants, and I guess somehow he got on good terms with Capcom again.
時が惜しい。早々に決着をつけろ。
I hope this just leads to a God Hand 2. Please. With Clover's back. I need God Hand 2, and I need you to lead into it with a God Hand 1 remaster. Please. They put out remasters for stuff that doesn't need it. There's no God Hand remaster in sight. Like, that game barely runs on the PS2. Like, that poor machine is struggling to run that game. It really needs a good quality remaster. Even the Resident Evil fans are getting treated kind of poorly because they announced there's a new mobile game coming, and all anyone wants is just, they want an Outbreak remaster. But like, they're not doing that. Here's a gacha game that will shut down in 6 months. That's what you want, right? You want this gacha game made by randos that's gonna shut down in 6 months. That's what you want, right? We're listening. I mean, that's literally what they did to Basara. That's what they did to Basara. You want a new game? Too bad. Here's this gacha game that barely lasted a year. That's what you get instead. Hey, good night, man. Thank you.
すでに身につけたスキルだけれど、たまには見直すの。
お、来たね。それで今日はどこに行くんだい？
私を呼んだ。
Gooner game? If you're looking for me to disagree, you're not gonna get that. I like characters like this. I think this guy looks cool. What I don't like is this shit. There is no male character coming to this game for the foreseeable future. I do not disagree with you at all. It's actually one of the biggest criticisms they're getting is Gooner going full Gooner instead of having any kind of male character. And like the male characters in this game do look cool. Like him, Meng Zhang. I went full simp mode for him because I like male characters. I'm not into generic anime waifus. The gameplay in this game is good and it's also very player friendly, but they don't do male characters anymore. I wholeheartedly agree. Some of these characters really bother me a lot. Like this. This is disgusting. The fuck is this? Why do you have a little kid in this game? I really don't like the implications of that. Now this guy is more my jam. He looks fucking cool. I want more of this. I want more of this. And not this. So yeah, I definitely agree. If you're expecting me to disagree with that, if you're expecting me to disagree with that statement, you're not going to get that from me. I want male characters. They put little lollies in the game instead. It's very disturbing. That's about all I can really say about it. No, I do not disagree. They just did a roadmap. They don't have a single male character in sight. So, yeah. You're expecting me to come to the defense of the Gooner design, you're not gonna get that. I am not into the whole Gooner thing, like, at all. I like cool-looking characters. I don't like when they're so blatantly Gooner. I never have liked that. Even PGR is getting the same kind of criticism because the new Bianca is like not even remotely mechanical cyborg looking anymore. It's just another generic waifu. And it really goes against what the game's initial design was like. We're like, yeah, they have Gooner designs and stuff, but you know, they look mechanical. They have like mechanical body parts and stuff, which makes them look cool. And you can look past the fact that, like, yeah, they're totally going for the Gooner market as well. I'm not gonna say that they're not, but they look unique. Can I turn it down? Yes. How's that? Yeah, I'm not a Gooner. I play a lot of games that have that shit, but I'm actually not a Gooner. I don't watch hentai. I don't have a waifu. I don't have a hug pillow. I'm not into that stuff. It just happens that all these cool action games have all that shit in it. They kind of just have to look the other way. But yeah, you wouldn't be the first to point out how Gooner this game has gotten. I think the last male character was like 2 years ago. Quite a while ago, over a year. It sucks because the last male characters they had looked really cool. I really liked their designs. But I guess they're not making money because it's only turbo weebs that play this, I guess. I don't know. Turbo weebs that have enough money to buy a bikini costume every month. I guess that's what keeps the lights on. Pretty much none of the popular gacha games are doing male characters consistently. Like, Wuthering Waves just... They drip marketed, like, the characters that are coming for, like, the next several patches. Basically for, like, the rest of the year, there's only one male character. So, if you call out this game, you gotta call out the more popular ones too, because they do it. But they're all, like, still better than this, because there's, like, no male characters in this game at all anymore. It's full Gooner only. I'll take 1 or 2 a year over none, but in this game it's currently none. 1 or 2 a year is pretty standard for, like, the successful gacha games. This game, like, barely makes any money, so I guess that's part of why they went full Gooner, because it's a consistent way to get income. But it just sucks because, like, the character designers are probably really tired of it too. Like, you want to make a male character and they get shut down, I'm sure. Like, no, you need to make... Hey, good night, man. Thank you. Wuthering Waves has only one male character coming within the next, like, 4 patches, I think. Only one. One guy. One guy! definitely don't try to hide it anymore.
まだ終
What
わり
their
じゃ
true
ねえぞ
intentions are.
気をつ
Used
け
to
な
be like
刺さると痛い
less
ぜ
obvious. I want to play as this guy right here, Ethan. He looks cool. Take that over to Molly. Why is that guy not playable? Plus his fighting style is sick too. I want to play as him. I'm clearly in the minority, though. Male characters historically perform pretty bad. They have to make them like Mega Ultra Instinct overpowered for them to sell. Pretty much Watanabe in the PGR. They had to make him the meta tank for the team just to get people to buy him. Like, he looks fucking cool, man. I don't really need him to be meta, but it helps. I got him to Triple S, so hopefully hopefully other people did, and that sends a message. I take a break from the gooting for like one patch.
誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。この調子でいこう。油断せずいこう。邪魔をしないで。
一度もないな。
今は永遠に刻む。思ってた。心配いらないよ。私に任せて。誓いを果たすために私は戦うよ。やっ邪魔をしないで。今は永遠に刻む。この調子でいこう。初めて会った時から。
I think that's gonna do it for tonight, folks. Go ahead and chill out. Maybe work on some videos for a bit before I go to bed. Work on some Abyss videos or something. I kind of feel like recording one of those. So, I'm gonna call it there, folks. Good night, everybody. Be back on the Abyss grind and, the gachas and everything. Later today. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later. Good night. We're running out of steam. We could just go play Abyss more. That's like the only other thing I felt like doing. I've already done like 5 hours of that today, so I think we'll end it there. Good night, everybody. Peace out.